Let me tell y'all something. European people do not give a damn about our people. They don't give a damn about our people over here in the African American community. So I don't know why. And this is what I want to, I want to have a chance is to tell our people this. And why in the hell, what's wrong with y'all fucking brain? Why in the hell is y'all going working on a white man's, a so-called white man's police force? Get your ass out of line and see, don't they? That whole thing is being on the because they're gonna remind you they in control. I don't care how much of a badge you got on you. They not gonna respect you no kind of goddamn way. They ain't gonna respect you. I don't care how much you work on the law enforcement and work for these damn crackers, the devils. I don't care how you work for the damn devil. They ain't gonna give a damn about you no more than when you before you put that badge on. They're gonna consider you just like another average African American. And I don't know why in the hell is our people is still choosing to be. George Floyd has already died back in 2020. They killed him back in 2020. What more in the fuck do you need is to wake the fuck up? They showing you openly, the white man showing you openly and openly that they don't give a damn about you, nor our people, nor your people neither. But you still, that's like your mother, your father telling you, son, daughter, he don't really love you like that. He just trying to use you for what he can get out of you, and she can't see it. Same thing with the man. Why is you still messing with that woman? And I'm just making a comparison like a parable. You know how a mother tell her son, son, don't mess with that woman. That woman ain't no good for you. All she's out is to get what you got and what you got. Most of the time, do they listen? Fuck no. They don't listen to none of that shit. No. So that's the same thing it is you telling them about the so-called white man. How you doing there? How you doing? Yeah, all right. You doing all right? Hey, come back. How you doing? You doing all right, man? How y'all doing? Yeah. But anyway, um telling our people, telling our people that these are some they evil, the demonic and the racist because they prove to us every day that they don't give a damn. Look at the condition of where our people live versus where they live. They living good. They live in a community where they live in a community where you can just clearly look in their community and you can see where they benefit more off of the system. That's why they call it That's why they call it white supremacy. All right, how you doing? That's why they call it white supremacy because they benefit more than we do. But we are so damn dumbed down and brainwashed until when you go to talking to our people about this type of stuff, you know what they go to telling you? Well, I don't believe God have a certain people on the planet and have another people above another people. I just don't believe that person. Shut up. Just shut up. Because that's the you have to understand that's the brainwashing and the condition that they put in you is to think like that. That's the reason. Well, me personally, like one guy I was interacting with him from a live screen, and I told him, I said, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people, our people are the chosen people of the Bible. You know what this dumbed down individual told me? Well, I just don't believe that God would chose another race above another people. That's just my belief. I don't believe that nobody's no special than the other one. Shut your ass up. And if you get this video, you'll know what I'm talking about. I just don't believe. Just go into a rant and manipulate the whole damn thing, and you go in the Bible. Why would God say in the Bible, in Deuteronomy 7:6, thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people. What more in the hell do you need to realize that? You read Matthew chapter 1 and 21. He shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people. Now, then you got some ignorant individual going brainwash with the white man's slave master's doctrine. It's gonna say, well, uh, yes, it was God chose Israel at one time, but I believe God opened up a door to the Gentiles, and not realizing that the word Gentile is mentioned several times in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Not realizing you can't even. Our people will debate that and tell you, when you tell them that no, our people was in a Gentile state of mind, and you show them scripture after scripture, they still gonna sit right there and debate you. But at the same time, our asses is still living in a poor condition over here. While they living over there in the Caucasian neighborhood, the richest damn people on the damn planet, they control the world. What more? What kind of proof do you need? All the proof is in the Bible. All the proof is documented in history. What more do you need? I understand that we have to go and work for our enemies and all that type of stuff. Yes, but don't be a fool, but don't be no damn fool. There's a difference. See, our people is a damn, no, excuse me, our people, we're not fools. We're damn fools. That's why the Most High said, he that believe on me is damned. He that believes not is damned already, because he have not believed in the Most High. He said that the wrath of God is upon you. That's what it was going into. You see what I'm saying? And I just still try to fathom in my mind, how in the hell can you sit up here and you can't even, they gonna separate you? I don't care how much you try to say, well, we all one. I don't believe in that, and this and that and the third. Well, guess what? At the end of the day, they separated our asses. They make sure they separate you. When they pull you over, what do they say? Oh, we got a black male here. I done had it happen to me. Oh, we got a black male with a white shirt. They made sure they put you in that category. And just like brother Dr. Umar Johnson was talking about, and I like that what Dr. Umar Johnson said. He said this, what did he say? He said, they want to take your music, our music. They want to take our culture. They want to copy us. They want to copy our people. They want to copy you in every way they can. Play your music and be playing, and they playing the Caucasian. I seen how they was playing the music. Caucasian people was playing our music and stuff like that, but they never. I like what he said, and he right about that. And I ain't gonna take that away from him. They don't want to be mistaken for being African American. They don't want to be mistaken for being black or Hispanic or Native American. They don't want to be mistaken for that. If you mistake them for you, they gonna hear up and clarify it. That's not gonna feel good to them at all. So what more do y'all need is to put y'all in the light. And the thing that really bothers me most is that we are more against each other than we are against the enemy. We should be against the enemy like that, but we're against each other. The way, think about it. We'll go and coon, our people go and coon and Uncle Tom and do stepping, fetching for the so-called white man and all that type of stuff. They'll step and fetch for these damn people, for these people and all of that. But guess what? They don't use that same energy is to be passionate enough, is to go against the nation of people that enslave our people. They not, they don't go that much harder, is to separate from those other nations that actually do these things toward our people. You see what I'm saying? But they will sit right there and they will do some cooning in a minute, and they do it with a passion. But they ain't gonna take that same energy and hate the same people that put their people in slavery. Why don't they do it like that? Uncle Tom's for the so-called white man. How come you can't be say I'm gonna advocate and love my people and be a and be Uncle Tom for myself and for my own people than to be a Uncle Tom for the opposite race against my people. But be if you want to be something, be that for your people against the other nation who enslaved your people. Why don't you do that? But guess what? They not gonna go out their way cooning. You ain't never seen a so-called white man sit up and coon for a so-called black man, coon for the so-called our so-called black people versus going against his own people. You never seen that in history. Why is it that you don't even see a video about a so-called white man, white woman, and child going against their own people, even though they people that did evil. You know that man that killed George Floyd? Do you think the masses and the media went against that man for doing what he did? No. The Mexican man that took and stabbed that man that killed George Floyd like the way he did. I think they said he stabbed him like 22 times, right? He stabbed him 22 times. Guess what they did? I think they probably gave that man that was taking up the George that did that to George Floyd some more time in the system. So and then they protected this man in the prison the whole time because he knew that if they put him in the cell with the blacks or Hispanics or Native Americans, he threw. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Why don't we work that extra harder? And we need to stand up for each other. Because I say it all the time. I said, you know what, man? I want to stand up and be a man. I want to stand up and be a real man, the man that I was never was. Nobody never taught me this, how to be, stand up and be a bold, real person. This is something that I want to be, for my community and advocating, but not all our people feel this way about each other. You got some of our people, a lot of our people, 2/3 hate their own people. 2/3 of our people has a enemy spirit like the so-called white man in all the other nations. And all these other nations ain't going out their way trying to be you, trying to look like you, or none of that. But they want your music. They want to copy. They want to copy your music, but they don't want to be mistaken for being an so-called African American, Black, or Hispanic, or Native American. They don't want to be mistaken for that. Yeah. So you have to think about those things. Yeah. You got to think about them things. You got to think about that. That's right. You got to think about that. You know what I'm saying? If you really think about it, do we really look out for each other like that? No, we don't look out for each other like that. It's like we have been conditioned through slavery has damaged us so much. What we do, we just try to use each other. We don't do nothing but just try to come around each other just to see what we can get out of each other. Why? But we won't do the same thing to the same enemy that put our people in slavery. Make that make sense? Why don't we do that? Why don't we come together and work together as a nation and come together in the same energy that we use is to hate on each other and put down and tear each other down and hate on each other. Why don't we take that same energy and use it to hate the other nation that slave your people and my people? That's what we should be doing. Why don't we take and do the same damn thing that the other nations be doing? That's what we should be doing. Yeah, that is to be thought of. Yeah. So that's what we should be doing. Yeah. But we don't do that though. And our women, they treat the brothers wrong. They treat the so-called black man wrong. Our people get done wrong. When they approach them, see, all them gold digger pranks is for a reason. All of them, all this stuff is for a reason. Because that is not right what they do. That ain't right. They'll sit up there and be like, well, I want a man that can take care of me, this and that and the third, not knowing they repeating the slave master's doctrine. It's embedded in their head. And when they get the so-called white man approach them like that, you think they're gonna keep walking? No. The so-called white woman can go out there and they treat the so-called white woman and white man like gods and the children like gods. I didn't actually seen it in the stove. But we hate each other. But everybody wants to. Our people are conditioned. Like I said, notice I keep saying our people are conditioned. That tells you right there that I'm not trying to come up and blame or come on here and put my people under the bus. Because I don't want so-called white people of the other nation think that I'm coming on here to put my people down. I'm not doing that shit. I never did that. I've been doing YouTube for 10 years, for a minute now, 10 years, probably a little more, like 11 years or something like that. So, um, yeah, don't get that twisted. I ain't with that shit. Notice I always say our people have been conditioned. I'm showing you that that's a pattern. That's a repeated pattern. When you find women, our women are saying, "Well, I want a man. I don't want a man that's riding a bicycle. I don't want a man that's if he got a Honda Accord car, if he got a regular um 1997 car, that's too far behind, or whatever. I don't want that type of you. You're showing that you only is in the relationship, or you want to be with this man because he of what he got. You see what I'm saying? Or you basically saying, okay, I'm a what they call a gold digger, which all of that shit came from slavery because when they stripped the, you have to understand this is a deep thing. This is a deep root. This thing goes deeper than what we think it is. This is a deep root that was enrooted through slavery. Because every type of negativism that we dealing with today in so-called and notice I said so-called 2024, it is a stem that came from all those diseases and stuff that doing when they enslaved our people. That shit started all this negative stuff is starting from slavery. And we still have that. This earth is still polluted, it still ain't even here. Because we still suffering from things that happened in 1492 when they bought, well, some of the slaves was already here, but when they bought a lot of the slaves here, it affected our people when our people was, because at that time we didn't have no servitudes, but we had they were servitudes to us, so we still, even to this day, we got to go to the other nations for everything that we need, everything that we need. You see what I'm saying? And we are victims of being under the curse and being in these conditions and stuff like that. Instead of us taking these things out on the people that cause these things, we take it out on the victims. We around here, you got in the African American community, in the Hispanic and Native American community, you got victims attacking victims. Like, make it make sense. Victims hating on other victims that have been victimized by the same people that enslaved them. The same people that enslave you, it would make most sense is to be against the one that actually enslaved our people than to be against the one who didn't do it, who was traumatized, who was oppressed just like you was by the same enemy. But instead of we turning our energy on from off of each other, using the energy is to hate on each other. Why don't we use the energy is to hate on the ones that put us in slavery? That would make more sense to me than turn around knowing I ain't did nothing to you as a brother. You ain't did nothing to me as a sister. And I'm side eyeing you and looking at you evil when I should be taking that same energy and putting that evil spirit on the so-called white man and hating them and looking at them evil. That's why I told somebody one time. I said, "Don't take it out on me. Go take it out on the one that actually put our people in these conditions." I said, "You hating on? I'm a victim to this just like you is over here living over here in this country. I'm a victim just like you. I have to go and get denied too. And if you don't meet the qualifications, well, your insurance don't cover all of this. And so we can't, therefore it's nothing we can do or whatever. You see what I'm saying? All because you're a person of color or you're black or you're Hispanic or you're black. That's what they turn you down based upon that. Not knowing, realize that they have all the money and the resources they can do it. So I'm telling y'all, man, we gotta stop loving, stop loving the same people who enslave you and in us and your people, and love the same people who've been victimized by the same oppressor, just like you did, and hate the ones that enslave your people, our people. Those are the people that we should hate. You know what I'm saying? Then there's no such thing as a righteous hatred, because a lot of people they'll tell you um, that what is scripture? It says, "See in the New Testament, see it is a righteous thing to God." First Thessalonians, I believe it is. It says, "For it is a recompense with God. It is a righteous thing. Is the recompense and those who hate you. It is a righteous thing with God. It's the recompense tribulation to them that trouble you." That's what he said in the Bible. He said, "It is a righteous thing with God, is the recompense." Give a recompense means a reward, to reward the other nations for what they have done to you. It is a righteous thing, is to want to see them go down or see them get ass whooping or judgment from God for what they have done to our people. It is righteous. That's a righteous hatred. So it's nothing wrong that wrong with hatred. There's a difference between hating and there's also a righteous hatred. You see what I'm saying? He said, "It is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you." I think that's First Thessalonians 1. Yeah. So it's nothing wrong with that. I'm not. We're not violent. We don't go out of here and encourage people is to be violent. But I do encourage my people. We have a right to stand up for ourselves and protect ourselves. You see what I'm saying? And that's something that we all got to stand up and start doing. That's what we got to do. So I'm gonna come back, man, and I'm gonna talk some more. I'm gonna see y'all later right now. Uh, I'm gonna go in here in this house, and we're gonna talk a little bit later. All right. Yeah. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. So that's the title of the video. Hate the nation that destroys our people, put our people in slavery, and love the people, love your people that was put in slavery by the enemy that enslaved your people. Hate the nations that destroyed your people and love your people, and hate the nation that destroyed your people. Hate the nation that destroyed your people and love the nation that was victimized and destroyed by your by their people. That's the title. And that's what I want to keep reiterating that. Hate the nations that destroy your people and put your people in slavery, and love the nations of people that was victimized by these same people that put your people in slavery, the Caucasian man. So that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right. And that's what we need to start doing. We got to start doing that. We got to start hating the nation that destroyed our people and that put our people in slavery. The Bible tells you in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1, it said there's a time and a place for time that to everything there's a season and a time and a purpose for everything under the sun. It says there's a time to love and a time to hate, a time to die, a time to kill, a time to steal. A time, how I say, a time to break down, a time to build up, a time to love, and a time to hate. That I think that's what I'm saying. A time, it's a time to love. That means it's time to stop loving the same people that's destroying your people, and it's time to start loving your own people. And that's something that we don't have for each other. Yeah. So I'll be back with another video. But anyway, this video is entitled "Hate the enemy that enslaved your people, and learn to love the people that was destroyed and victimized by the same people that enslaved your people." That's the title. All right, I'm out.